What's up, peeps? Welcome to Real Life Prepper. All right, I'm just pulling up some info on our show. Let's see who's in the chat. Looks like no one yet. All right. Send out a message. All right, let me see if I can't go find the live. All right, so it looks like D's in. Hello, D, and Gene. Hello, Gene. How are you? Thank you guys for being here. All right, looks like we are live, which is great. See if I can't get the... Man, this room is dark. Why you didn't tell me I look so dark? Wow, this room is really dark. That light is not really happening, is it? Yeah, I got this board back here and the light shines. Oh, it helps when I'm closer to the camera. Oh, wow. So if I come up like this, the light is not so bad. No, it's still just the same, huh? Maybe it's the lighting. Let's change the lighting. All right, let's see here. Y'all know I got to get my lighting right. Y'all know that, right? I like that lighting. That lighting is always cool for me. But that's like the cool white light right there. It's not even changing for y'all, is it? Y'all can't tell. Or whatever. I should have left myself a like. All right, look, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment all you want. Comment. Okay, look. If you are interested in donating to the channel, please do not do a super chat. Please do not do a super sticker. And this is probably why I get in trouble. But if you want to donate, I will give you the Cash App that you can donate to. How about that? That way I can get 100% of the proceeds that you're trying to send, because with super stickers and super chats, it just doesn't happen. So there, just in case you guys want it, because not that we're asking for it, but I know some folks are like, they'll do it from time to time. So anyways, we're going to be reviewing Containment. So I'm going to pull up the other screen and let's see here. You got some characters. All right, so Containment came out in 2016. Looks like we only have one season, unfortunately. Containment is an American drama limited series based on the Belgian television series Cordon. The series was officially ordered as a series by the CW on May 7, 2015, and aired from April 19th through July 19th, 2016. Julie Plec served as executive producer alongside David Nutter. Okay, so spun off from Cordon Network is CW. So one of the questions that I pulled up is, why was Containment canceled? The CW series Containment survived only its freshman season. It was also canceled because the network felt it wasn't the type of show the CW would normally air. Even though the show had some closure, many fans want to see the show continue. And I, for one, am one of them. I would love to see it continue, but I don't think we're going to have a season 2. Okay, so let's see here. The CW's Containment has been canceled and will not return for season 2. Variety has confirmed the Outbreak drama, which was billed as a limited series prior to air, will finish out its freshman season with its season finale set on air July 19th. That's it. So we have some characters. I'm gonna give you guys the characters' names. Okay, so we got the cast. Let's see, maybe 10 more. All right, so we have Jake Riley. He is the police officer. We have Dr. Loomers. Sounds like Dr. Lomas from the Friday the 13th series, doesn't it? We have Kate Frank. She is the school teacher. We have Jenna Mayfield, which is the police officer, Alex, well, Major Alex or whatever, Major Carnahan, something like that. Is that right? Yeah, Carnahan. Yeah, Major Carnahan's girlfriend. We have Teresa, which is the little pregnant girl, and then we have Xander. I guess that's his name. Okay. Or am I saying it wrong? Yeah. I was saying their characters' names. And then one of the major players. I don't even they say it. Don't even have him here. An older black gentleman. I was trying to find him, and I can't find him. They didn't put him in the cast. Just say it. Oh well. All right. So is this where they block off? Yep. This is the one where they block off part of the city. Yes. I really thought we had more people here, especially the people that was like, yeah, let's do a review of Containment. I really thought we have more, but anyway, whatever. So who has and who has not seen Containment? And I left this space open over here because I was supposed to have a co-host that has not shown up. It's all good though. We take that down. That's aggravating. Hide.
Calmly. Thank you.
I hear the co-host coming. I'm not sure what's happening. But the co-host is here now. Good evening, co-host. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful. Hi, children.
And we have more co-hosts showing up by the second.
Hello.
Oh gosh. Stop jumping, you crazy rat.
I told you if I came back here, they would all come back here. That. Hi.
Just so excited for no reason.
They just want to say 15 seconds of fame.
Alexa, hello. I'm gonna make sure I don't put the camera down too far because we're like newscasters. They have great tops and no bottoms.
Well, there are bottoms. Let's be clear. There are bottoms. They don't match the top.
They don't match the tops. That's right. So anyway, let's get into it. So we have Containment, and the first scene is like day 13, and all hell is breaking loose. Like zombies all over the place. Just
zombies.
Just craziness going on.
It's not zombies.
Say hello, Jack.
It's just chaos.
I love you.
Like
I
they literally
you.
bring you into the series with people running all over the streets. They're like, you don't have any clue what's happening or why there's so much chaos, but there's like people everywhere just running all over the place screaming. There's people like obviously looting, and I mean it's
chaos.
Crazy.
Just
so
chaos.
It's literally bringing you into that. I think it's actually day 14, not day 13, but it don't matter what day it is. It's like 2 weeks into the hello. Why would you let him do that? When
I don't know what he was doing.
He likes sending emails when I'm at work. So
oh, does he? I don't know that. I don't work with him. I don't know what he likes to do.
So yeah, so like it's 2 weeks into whatever the chaos is, and that's where they bring you in, and then they flash you all the way back
to day one.
Where
we had just happened to have a school bus full of children
on a field trip.
To the hospital.
I don't know if I've ever gone to a hospital on a field trip. Like,
I can't say that I've ever gone to the hospital on a field trip. I don't even like going to the hospital just to go to the hospital for anything.
Yeah, I mean, we did a field trip to the prison when I was in 6th grade.
I've been to camp on a field trip. I've been to the Rose. No, we didn't go to Rose Garden. I think we went to the zoo one time on a field trip. You don't do too many field trips in Texas.
Oh, I mean, we did a class field trip every year.
You did? You went to the hospital on a field trip?
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
But I mean, I guess there's definitely some educational aspects to it, and I think that's like what they were trying to do. So
I think that was going to it.
Yeah.
So we got these kids. Their teacher's name, I think her name is Kate. Yep.
Miss Katie.
All right. Played by Kristen Gutowski, whatever.
I don't know.
Her name is Katie Frank in the show. Okay.
Right.
And while they are there,
hospital, jail, and National Guard. We went to the jail when I was in 6th grade.
Y'all went to the National Guard. They were really trying to get y'all. Good Lord. Where do you live?
Stop it. Anyway.
You went to the hospital, the jail, and the National Guard. So they're like, okay, super successful. You future criminals, and if you can't do that, then if you can't go to school,
so what is this? Future doctors, future criminals, and future military? That's all they was expecting.
That's all y'all was
expecting. Maybe they were trying to show them different aspects of like.
I just want to know where you grew up. That's all.
Like, this is healthcare. This is how you help people.
This is how you ruin your life.
Right. Like, this is the place you don't want to be, and then here's a way that you can get away from being in jail and into the hospital through the National Guard.
If you're a criminal.
If you started out on a life of crime. Anyway.
Oh, good. I hate Queenie. And we want to thank Queenie because this was Queenie's idea to review Containment. So this is her show this week.
All right.
Well, this series.
All right. So
she's crying. Mississippi. Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
All right. Then we should ask Michelle if that's where she went.
Yeah, we sure should.
Anyways, okay, so we were talking about the bus load of children that were in front of the hospital.
And the first scene, when they get off the bus, they find the rats. Now, which should give you some kind of like, bing, why are there so many rats? I've never seen rats at a hospital. Then again, I don't go on field trips to the hospital. And then again, I didn't know they had, I thought rats were like in the lab at Dr. What's his name? I Am Legend. I thought that's where you kept the rats, the infected rats.
Okay.
But apparently,
so first,
at this hospital, we have infected rats.
So they're not infected rats when the kids first see them, first off. And then secondly, the man who's bringing the rats in, the kids ask them, he's like, why do you have them? And he tells them because the doctor asked for them. So that's your first indication that something's wrong because doctors don't typically ask for rats, for mice or whatever, to do research within the hospital itself, unless there's no other option for research or they're trying to do something very quickly. So obviously that's an indicator that something's not right.
Yeah. Then what happens?
So
then we switch to, I think it's Major, what's his name, and his girlfriend's supposed to be moving in together.
Yeah, that's like side.
She stands him up again.
His name is Lee.
No, that's not his name.
His name is Lee. No, his name is Lex.
Alex.
They call him Lex.
Alex.
Yes, they call him Lex.
So Major Carnahan.
Yeah.
All right, his name is Alex Carnahan in the show. Okay, bless you.
Thank you.
Oh Lord, we need to put her ass in containment. That's how the little dude downstairs got infected. He came through his sneeze.
No, he got infected because he was in contact with Dr. Sanders.
Yeah, and they put him in quarantine because he sneezed.
He sneezed in front of Jake. Yes, because he had the sniffles. It's the
I'm gonna hold my breath for the next 2 minutes.
Anyways, So Lex is supposed to be getting his girlfriend Jenna to move in, and she's like, no, I don't want to do it. She's having like a panic attack. Not that she doesn't want to do it, but she grew up kind of hard, and she got trust issues, and she was having anxiety about moving, and it just kind of set him off. So he got mad and went downstairs,
and then he instantly gets this call.
Forget it, done.
He's like, she's not gonna move in, and he miraculously, like, mentally made a whole pandemic happen and made his phone ring, which means he wasn't gonna be able to move this girl anyway, because they was like, get down here now.
They did. They literally called him in. They was like, hey, we need you to come like right now.
Right now. And he's supposed to be moving his girlfriend. So even if he had a love seat on his back and was carrying it to the van, he would have had to drop the move and go downtown anyway, which he showed up late for.
A Rona sneeze. Dang. Oh no.
You're doing a lot of buffering? Golly, we're back here on the house internet.
Oh no, with the sneeze. Yeah, but look at the signal though. Like, it's terrible back here.
It is terrible.
It's fine.
Maybe we get closer to the
about it.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be hard for us to move, y'all. I'm so sorry. But that's why we're losing people if we're buffering.
So anyway, so then we go from that scene to the actual hospital with the doctor. What's his name?
The doctor's name, Kevorkian.
Cornish. Doctor.
Where is he?
Right here. Yeah. Dr. Kander. Dr. Canners. So Dr. Canners, we go to him, and he's actually interviewing or talking to Nurse Sanders or Dr. Sanders. He's actually talking to her about.
Yeah, she's already in quarantine, right?
Right.
She looks terrible.
She looks like she's got a fever. She's sweating. She's got like red all around
yellow
her nose.
eyes.
Completely irritated.
She got jaundice.
And so he's trying to walk her through how she was like infected, like who she came in contact with. And
hey, Aubrey, maybe you can go out and come back in, because everybody else said we're doing all right.
So they
hold on, wait a minute. His friend could have helped him more. What friend?
Jake.
What could he have done? Let's see. Oh, well,
because he asked him. He was like, "Hey, do you want me to say something to her?" And
there's there's obviously some history with Jake and Jenna.
Yeah, they were dating.
Oh yeah, we are doing something funky. Anyway, yeah, you can tell there's some history there, because later on, Jake calls Jenna and they have this conversation.
Yeah, that's because they dated back in the day. Yeah. It don't matter.
So, you know.
But she got COVID.
Who said that?
Queenie.
Well, if she got it, I got it. Because whatever she got, I'm gonna get.
Whatever I got, it's because he brought it in the house, because he's the only one that goes out every day. Be his fault.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
So
she secretly runs to the grocery store when I'm not looking, though.
Whenever.
But not this week. She's fasting.
Anyway, so the doctor is interviewing her, and he's just trying to do some generalized questions about who did you come in contact, who did you talk to, what did you have. He's waiting for you to come back online. Had a whole barbecue sandwich.
Good Lord, a whole barbecue sandwich? Jeez.
So anyways, so then it was like she found out that, she was telling him all the people that she had come in contact with, and she was telling him about the patient Zero. I don't know his name. Anyway,
Zaire or something
like that. And she was telling him about that. Important. And she was like, it was she realized that she literally only touched a same surface that he had touched when.
Yeah, we gotta move this. This is terrible. All right, I'm plugged.
What is the problem?
It keeps flashing. It keeps going out.
I feel like we right there at it.
Is anybody else experiencing buffering?
I tell you what. Is your computer charged up?
Yeah, everything's good.
So okay, we're going to try to change locations to deal with the buffering. But yes, so she basically, before we move, we're gonna say
so
that.
D says no, but I keep seeing it. It keeps going. The screen keeps going black for me. So let's see if it'll do again.
That is gonna create so much craziness within the recorder.
Yeah, this is insane. Okay, so D says we're not buffing. Queen says we're not buffing. All right, if y'all say we're not buffing, we're not buffing.
So
maybe it's my phone.
Maybe because you're on the same house Wi-Fi that has no signal back here in the back.
That's true. I never thought of that.
So
pick that silly.
I am. Good Lord.
She so like she can't have one freaking second without
said
you.
Not buffering, but the screen blacks out. Are you?
Oh, like, it might not be the. That might be the.
Is it you touching the table?
No, I know. I mean, I keep seeing it.
And D is like no blackout screens. So obviously everybody's connection is running a little bit different right now. I'm not exactly sure what's happening or why. But you know, guys, stick around with us. Like, we're gonna get through this as quickly as possible so that we don't lose anything and none of the information. So anyway, they touched it. She had let him touch her pen to sign a form so he could leave. He was basically leaving against medical advice. He didn't want any treatment, so he left.
Yes. True.
She is sick.
Facts.
And
look crazy,
terrible.
She like a zombie.
Oh my God, it was so bad. So then, let me see. Go back to the kids. I think where the kids were like. So the kids were
getting ready to leave. We don't really get part of their tour.
That's true.
They just see the rats, and then when they go off about their business, then they're getting back on the bus. Oh, and they're getting ready to leave. Oh no, they do get one part because I can't remember where they were, but the little dude was talking to Katie.
No, that's because that's after that's after everything got shut down and he took the two kids off to get quarantined.
No.
I mean, to see the rats.
He was like, Dr. Kevorkian is supposed to be here, but she's missing in action. How do you go missing in action in the hospital?
She was talking to the tech. You talking about the tech that she was talking to.
He's like, yeah, you got me. I'm Dr. Such and Such. He was
because basically Dr. Sanders, the one who was being interviewed by Dr. Canner, about being sick, was already quarantined by the time.
Have we gotten to the topic yet? Auburn, we've been talking about containment the whole time.
Yeah. So
maybe you're running behind because Linda's phone does that sometimes where she's like 20 minutes late.
Yeah. So
but yeah, we talking about containment.
Yeah. So let me see. After that,
the kid I can't remember. I think it goes to another little side story or something. Maybe the little girl, the pregnant girl or something.
Yeah, it goes to because she's at the store with her mama talking about her mama has an adoption appointment for her. She's supposed to be meeting her boyfriend. They're gonna run away and all this other stuff. His name is Xander. Yeah. They're gonna run away together because her mama's treating her bad about this whole pregnancy business. They want the baby. He's excited about it. It's a whole thing. They supposed to be catching a train, but they supposed to catch it at 1. They missed the 1 o'clock. They pushed it back to 3. They missed the 3:30.
She missed the 3.
Then they pushed it back to 5:30. So
standing on the platform, and standing
on the platform, and they was like, the train pulls into the station, and then the train keeps going.
Like nope.
Nobody on or off or nothing. They
go this way, go that way. You ain't getting on no train today.
Absolutely. And so then it goes back to the fact that the kids have been pulled off the bus and they've been pulled back into the hospital because they're uncertain if they came in contact with people who have been in contact with folks who are now sick, so they're quarantined in the entire hospital. They initially tell them that they were only going to do it for like 48 hours, but we don't know how long this is.
Let's take a break in talking about containment, and let's talk about what is happening in real life.
Oh, okay.
And doesn't this sound eerily familiar?
I don't really know if it sounds familiar as far as like, hold on before we go to say, Auburn, we're just doing episode 1 for like, we've seen the entire series, but we're just doing episode 1 today because Roderick, I think, is going to do a series of these.
Yeah, we're going to do this.
We're going to do
every Saturday we'll come in at 5:30 until the season is over. And this, when we do reviews, this is how we do it. We watch that whatever we're on. So this week after today, we'll be on season 1, episode 2. We'll watch that this week, and then next Saturday we'll come in the same time and we'll review episode 2. So if you've seen the series, do not jump past episode 1. Okay, right, and this is for people who haven't seen any episodes. So,
right, absolutely. So, but yeah,
and for people who've seen episode 1 to comment.
Yeah, absolutely. Chime in. But just the first episode though.
Okay, so Jean says very familiar, scarily similar. Yes, they wear masks and gloves like we are, and they had face shields. So when they sent Jake and his sidekick to go pick up this little dude who had flown in the cargo hold,
into the cargo hold into the country,
they had visors on these helmets.
They did. They had face shields.
Now, when I was patrolling, now we did have helmets, but we never had visors. I just thought that was amazing. Here it is, this was 2015, 2016, and they were predicting the future 4 or 5 years ago. Thought that was eerily amazing and familiar. And now when you go out, you see people with face masks on and shields everywhere.
Well, the Simpsons predicted coronavirus back in the 90s.
Did they call it corona?
They did indeed.
For real?
Coronavirus.
Simpsons are always right.
Simpsons are always predicting stuff, y'all. If you go on YouTube and look up Simpsons predictions,
they predicted Trump,
so many
Trump's election,
that they have
Kobe's
predicted.
Death.
It's crazy. They did, and
they predicted Kobe's death in a helicopter
forever ago. Madness, like some kind of Nostradamus type stuff was going on The Simpsons. I don't know what's wrong with their creators. They in bed with the devil. That's what's going on.
They are putting up bears in New York City. They sure were. Yep.
Yes. And we know that we've had like little quarantine areas where, like, I don't know how many of you know about the Eastern Shore and the Outer Banks that we have here in Virginia, North Carolina, but they literally closed it off to anybody who wasn't a resident. You weren't allowed. There was nobody allowed in.
If your ID card didn't show an address in that area, they wouldn't let you in.
Yes.
And that's real life. That's serious.
Yes, absolutely.
Making it seem normal. Very good comment.
Thank you. I've said since the start that the TV situation would have been much like that. Oh, they're contagious and they want us to believe it. So the whole thing was dangerous and contagious thing that they want us to see. Okay. So I don't know like how much news you guys watch at all, but I know that the people who should have known that it was dangerous knew that it was dangerous before the public knew that it was a problem. But anyway.
Oh God, I got it already, y'all. She gave it to me.
Oh, the TV show Heroes did the same thing. Yeah,
Heroes did have some
Florida. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely, like the borders, like
they was like, yes, 4 to 6 feet, and they were serious about it in the show. They're like 4 to 6 feet, get away.
Yes, they were. They was better.
And Jake was ready to shoot somebody.
They were better at their social distancing than we are. Like they were doing.
But did y'all notice? Did y'all notice the black dudes? See, black people be so serious when it's stuff.
Which black people?
So Jake and Kate go and they're trying to get into this restricted area as this black guy's coming out.
They're looking for the kids in the hospital.
They're looking for the kids who have gone off to go look at the rats.
After the quarantine, they wandered off to go look at the rats.
And he's like, I can't let you in here. I'm gonna lose my job, blah 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 blah. She's like, we was just down the hallway with the dude who's infected. He
took his badge off and was like, I'm not dying for this job. Like, he was out. He was done.
He was done. I mean, I think he left. We never see him. Well, we didn't see him again episode 1.
He probably left the hospital.
He went to Florida. Oh, where? Okay. All right. Trivia question. Where is Containment? Where's the scene? Where's the setting?
Where's the story base?
Where's the story base for Containment? Yes. Go. Which is interesting because if you know this answer, then you know it's one of the hubs of the CDC. It's the main hub actually for the CDC. Where is Containment? Where is the story Containment? The 2016 CW series that's on Netflix now. Where is it? All right, very good, D. Very good, Gene.
Auburn. Yep, all that's right. Atlanta.
Very, very. Who said I'm wrong? I'm wrong about what?
Probably about something you said, baby.
She probably say I'm wrong about black people. Black people be out. Now that's the true statement. I said that to say that black people be out. They're like, I ain't effing with this. Bloop. He threw his badge at them, was gone.
Don't act like y'all don't do that. Like, you know goodness well, if it's down to it and you watched, like, okay, perfect example. If I get up right now and start running and I was running outside and 2 of y'all were sitting outside on the bench and I ran by y'all not just gonna sit there. Y'all gonna get up and run, even though y'all don't know what I'm running from. We're gonna wait till we get to safety to find out what the problem was.
That's like scientifically proven. You can see people on YouTube. They have many videos on YouTube where people just ran past black folk and black folks started running. It's just what we do.
Telling you, self-preservation is a real thing. Okay, it's a real thing. So
anyway, I just thought that was comical. Very, very good on everybody who said Atlanta or if you said Georgia. Very, very good. Good. Next question. What number district do they keep saying is infected in Atlanta? See how close you guys are paying attention.
Oh, yeah. It is the same. You can't say district, though.
Area. Okay, I mean, they said district in the show or something. They area or whatever. What do they call it? It was a number they kept saying.
They call it a zone.
Okay, zone, district, area, whatever. What area, zone, or district? That's not me. I want to know why.
They're running and what from? All right, we got one. So let me see. Zone 6.
Very
Zone
good.
6.
All right.
Yep.
If you said 6, if you thought of 6, if you couldn't push 6 fast enough, you got that correct.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So they have so let me see. Where were we even at?
We was at the black dude coming out of the
with the kids. Right.
So
right.
Kate and Jake get into that hallway, and which I don't really understand. If you can't get into the hallway, why would you be looking for the kids in the restricted area? That
because the little girl had told them that they went on a tour with the man to go see the mice. So obviously the person had access to the
always
area.
Come out to see who's shooting. Me too. I do that too. They shoot around here all the time. I get up and go to the front door.
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I grew up in a very suburban area.
JK.
But my brother and his friends thought they was the most ghetto gangster hood rich people that there were in the whole world. And so at like 2 o'clock in the morning, they would be shooting in my driveway. Gunshots don't even make me flinch. Like, I don't even.
I'm gonna tell you, we used to live in y'all remember the story I was telling y'all where we lived on a street where it was $1 million houses and there were homeless on the same street?
Yeah.
Well, over there, one night, somebody was like, they were literally
okay,
in front.
Hold on. First off, let me set this scene. I was asleep. I would like to say that. I was asleep and Roger was in the other room playing his video game.
I was laying next to you in the bed.
Oh, I don't know.
You was asleep.
I was asleep. He must have just got into bed because I was asleep.
And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I hear bah, bah, bah. I mean, this is literally right outside our window, 15 feet away. Bah, 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 bah. I jump up. I go to the window and look. Jennifer's like,
no. Let me tell you what he actually did. I guess he went and looked out the window to see what was happening because I didn't hear nothing. Because, like I said, my brother and his friends would be shooting in front of my window. I just learned to ignore gunshots. And Roderick comes over and snatches the cover off, like all the way off, waking me up. I'm like, what is wrong with you? He's like, I'm coming over here to see if you shot. Like, you and you did. Crazy.
That's a true story too, y'all. I didn't make that one up. And I did. I almost pulled on the floor, but by that time I had already checked out everything. Whatever. Tinky, why are you so needy all of a sudden?
So anyhow.
All right, so back to containment.
Yes.
Next game night, Call of Duty Mobile.
All right.
Really? Okay. Why not? I don't know how that's gonna work. Sounds like Gary when I lived there. Gary, Indiana?
Gary, Indiana.
Good Lord, that's crazy.
So
okay, so we're in a containment hall now, and
right. So then they get the kids. Long story short, they get the kids from the older gentleman.
We still got to go down the hallway because the dude comes in and sneezes.
Yeah, but he sneezed already. No, he sneezed. That's how they got into the restricted area because he sneezed at them. No, that's not true. She was talking about they was in the hallway with the people. But no, that was after they had got the kids back to the room.
Yeah.
They got the kids back to the room and then they went back out and they were sitting in the hallway talking for some reason.
Yeah, how did they end up coming back?
Like they got the kids from the
I
older
mean, because they're
gentleman
staying like on the 20th floor. They were in the basement.
right. They
How
got
did
the
that happen
kids
so
back
fast?
over there. I think they went back down to like investigate and look around. But I can't remember exactly why they went back down.
Yeah, I can't, that was kind of weird.
It was kind of weird that they were
yeah.
back down, but they were back down after they had put the kids back in the room, and the doctor.
Oh, the black dude took them up.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Like,
that's right. He was like, "I'll take the kids." Right.
Ones,
he
remember?
did say that. He did say, "Come on, little."
So ones. They stayed back, and then the other doctor came in.
Yeah. And was like, "Oh my God, you can't be down here."
Yeah,
he was kind of freaking out.
Yeah.
And then
this fool sneezes, and Jake's like, "Stay back."
Yeah, because Katie had her mask down below her nose, and Jake had his face shield up. So of course, when that dude sneezed in the hallway, they were both like freaking out because they didn't know what was going on or what was going to happen.
I'd be in trouble because I sneeze all the time. If I was in this show, they'd be like, "All right, action." I'd be like, "Oh God." And they would have messed. They would have to take another tape because I sneeze all the time. I'm always sneezing.
Yeah.
Lots of 2,500 houses in Gary, Indiana. I might have to buy one.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah. So kids are back in the room. They done got sneezed. So Jake and Katie are stuck in the hallway right now because they can't leave.
Right.
Well, actually, no.
Jake doesn't leave.
Jake doesn't leave. Katie leaves and go gets Dr. Canner.
Yeah, he's like, "Go get Dr. Canner."
Right. Yep. Comes back. And Dr. Canner kind of, I guess, checks everybody out, but he takes that doctor who was sneezing and puts him into quarantine, into isolation. And one of the little
and then
kids,
he lets them know that they're under quarantine for at least 48 hours.
Right, lockdown for at least 48 hours.
The hospital is locked down officially.
And while we're looking at the doctor who's now in isolation, we also see one of the little girls whose father was driving the bus. He kept saying that she has hay fever, she was sneezing, but they put her in isolation as well as a precaution.
Of course, naturally.
Yeah. So from there we get basically back on to
I know when that the only good thing is you got 48 hours to live. That's with this virus, the only good thing is you in 48 hours, if you survive. That's the only thing about this one. Because you're done.
Yeah, that's true. Like one of the things that we learn when we go to the meeting that they have, where they bring in
Dr.
Somers. Is that her name? Dr.
Somers.
Somers. No, not Somers. Lomers with an L.
Yeah. Because I said that she sounded like Dr. Lomas from
Loomis from Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. That's right.
So we go to the meeting with Dr. Lomers where she's disseminating all the information.
And she's like, "If I'm here, then you already got a problem." Right. And that's when you know it's serious.
Then you know it's bad. And Dr. Canner comes in and he's telling them basically like the incubation period is 16 to 48 hours, and it's fatal in 100% of the people.
Yeah, nobody survives this. Boom.
Everybody is dying.
40 hours to suffer. I know. Just give me some morphine. Put me out of my misery.
Lord have mercy. So, let me see. What else was happening in the meeting? She had asked Lex to be the face.
Yeah, she had already had this conversation with him to be the face of the city because she needed somebody
to calm the people down.
And blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not this. I got to call BS on this."
Absolutely.
And
he said no.
So she put him out the meeting.
She did. She was like, "All non-essentials got to go."
And that means Major.
You, buddy, get out.
Major Carnahan or whatever.
Carnahan, yeah. And so then we go. She tells him that she's going to do the cordon sanitaire.
Yeah.
Around zone 6, and then we go to where the walls are obviously being put up, and Lex
so they're putting up fences, and it reminded me of, y'all remember when the demonstrators were like down the street from the White House and they were peacefully protesting in the park, and all of a sudden all hell broke loose because the president needed to come and pray at the church? Y'all remember that?
He didn't pray.
Well, I was putting it nicely.
He wanted a photo opportunity.
What's up, Indiana Prepper?
Photo opportunity in front of the church.
Yes, someone that people could trust. Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
So I just thought that was amazingly, eerily like congruent. That's not the right word, but that's close enough. Similar. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. And then did y'all notice like the next day we had fences up around that park?
Right. So there were.
And these were electrified fences in the show.
Yeah, but I said so they put up the fence, but it wasn't just a fence with barbed wire on top. It was literally a fence with barbed wire that they then electrified to ensure that there was nobody in and nobody out.
And did y'all notice the police brutality against the black dude?
Yeah, but I want to, before you go, I want you guys to always think through these events. Like, think about, like, critically think about how quickly they were able to put that fence up.
Right. Think about that. How
they didn't
how
just
could they
have
get
that
so
stuff
quick?
Sitting around in the backyard of somebody's house to just pull out and put up. There has to be funding involved, federal funding, state funding. Like, a lot of organization goes into stuff like that. So just keep that stuff in mind as you're watching. And yes, the police officer was trying to subdue.
Is the front door still open?
Yeah, subdue Xander.
Good Lord. All right, so the little black kid who's got the little white chick pregnant, Xander, was like, "Hey, I gotta get in there. My girl's in there." And this white cop had him on the ground, was about to beat the hell out of him. And Major Carnahan was like, "Hey, chill out, go take a walk, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Man, I gotta, Xander's like, I gotta get in there. My girl's in there." And at this point in time, right before that, that's when we found out that Major Carnahan's girlfriend, Jenna, is in Zone 6 because she lives there and she works there. And I don't know if y'all noticed it, but when she went to work, there's a shot when she goes through decontamination, all that, and I don't know what kind of stuff they got going on where they were decomming before they go to work, but it must have been very secure. But in that one shot, when she goes in that room, you can see the hospital sitting off in the distance. So that was one thing I thought, it's kind of I think in school I learned that was foreshadowing. Yeah, I think that's the word, foreshadowing. So let's catch up on the fence. Reminded me of what happened in Berlin. Okay, it was planned. Yep. We have one of those just down the street from my job. I took pictures. Okay, the police came out of containers. That's later on. That's on day 13, day 14.
Yeah,
and that's actually how it starts. That's how the series begins.
Yeah.
If a fence goes up, make sure you are on the right side. How do you know you're on the right side?
Exactly.
Get too strong in the house. What are you saying? Get two hosers strong in the house. What does that mean?
I don't really know where you're reading.
Right here.
Oh, I don't even know.
Okay, good. Come back in with that and clarify that one. Too bad no one could trust that blonde-haired floozy. Ooh. It was noticed the way things were going. I don't believe anyone of color would be able to trust them. Won't be longer either. You talking about Dr. Lomer?
Mm-hmm.
Jenna works there, but she didn't live there. She lives and she works in she lives and works in Zone 6.
She lives and works in Zone 6. That's why Lex was asking her to go to his place, which is outside of Zone 6, until everything was over. But she did not make it, and that's what you kind of see after the fence goes up, after the whole bit with Xander. He's looking, it was before he stopped the thing with Xander. He saw her on her bicycle on the other side, and he was trying to get her attention, but she had her AirPods in.
Teaching moments: when you're out walking, when you're out biking, when you're in your home, take one of them out. It's so easy to get killed. Just snuck up on and miss pertinent information because he was yelling her name. Not that he could have done anything, because I guess they could have just had one last kiss or something, or I miss you. But the fence was up already.
Stay safe. Go
but she has her earbuds in. So folks, especially when you're outside of your house, take one of them out so you can hear around you. Okay, and if you don't hear that well, like my sister, then leave them both out. All right. Thank you, JK. Yeah, y'all hit the like button for me.
All right. So, let me see. So we go back to the hospital. Well, Lex decides to be the face because he was being left out of the loop for information.
And he wanted information.
So he decided
that he could pass on to his girlfriend, apparently, because that's all he was doing. And which we all know that's a no-no.
Well,
because they're going to tap your phones eventually.
So he decided to be the face for it. And You know,
Situational awareness.
we're now back in
In
the
time.
where are we at now? Now we're back at the hospital.
Yeah.
Because we're talking to, like, we're getting this kind of overview. Oh no, we're not back at the hospital. We're in the information room again because Dr. Candace is giving them the update on the situation about who has died.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because they were because they were able to.
Then they go round up. We forgot to talk about patient zero. We've got to talk about rounding it up and all that.
Patient zero.
And
so,
did y'all notice that the uncle's like, he only has a bad cold. He just has a bad cold. Dude, this dude is gonna die.
He was in the room dying. Like, it was terrible looking. And you know, he got up and he's trying to run and he coughs and all of that.
Ooh, yeah, all that. Ooh,
all
and the dude that was with
face shield.
He barely got it down. And that shows you right there that in situations, always have your PPE on. You know, always have it on.
Yeah, but Jake has said that to him. He said, "Hey, put your face shield down. Don't touch nothing." Like,
he already
said
told
that
him
before they even walked in.
He like, you know, in other words, this is serious. This is not nothing to be
So he
with.
left him outside when he went in, and he pulled his face shield up for what? Like, what did you pull your face shield up for? Like, put it back down. Like, leave it down.
Leave it down.
So
and he barely got it down for all this.
Absolutely.
And we find out. I think we find out right before that, or either right after that, that it spread via bodily fluids.
Right before,
so sweat,
as they were getting out
saliva,
of the car.
urine. Bodily
as
fluids.
They were getting out of the car, Jake was explaining how it was spread.
Yeah, how it spread. Yeah.
So basically, just fluid contact. You know, touch.
Which is funny. Should we talk about that?
What?
If it spread via fluid, how did it get spread via a pen?
Because it's contact. That's contact. That's why I said it's contact, not just necessarily fluids. Because obviously it's contact. Because that's how it starts, and obviously it's airborne.
Yeah, obviously it's airborne.
But they don't, like, you have to understand that this is the beginning for them too. Like, we're looking at it from the standpoint of we have a better understanding that, you know, you don't necessarily know all the facts up front, but you should make the assumption that it's airborne. That's why they were all staying 4 to 6 feet away. You should make the assumption that it's contact, so don't touch anything or anybody. Yeah. Like, they were already making those assumptions, but they knew for certain that it was being spread via body fluid. Like, they knew that for sure. They didn't know for certain that it was contact surfaces, that it was airborne. They didn't know that. So anyways, and patient zero had gone home, and I'm sure he didn't kiss on everybody in his house, and they had to quarantine all of them because at least 2 of them were sick along with him, and then the other 3 that were in the house were suspected of having symptoms.
They put all them in quarantine.
As his daddy was walking out the house, his uncle was coming out the house, he only had a bad cold. He was sneezing himself. So
yeah. About to die.
Right, absolutely. So it's just one of those things where the research is very active, like right now in the first series. In the first episode.
Question. Where is patient zero from? And if he was not from that place, would they have been so forceful about looking for him? Is that the right way to put it?
Mm-hmm. Adamant. Forceful,
okay.
Determined.
Yeah.
Do they ever say where he's from?
They do.
Oh, okay.
Because Jake asked that. The reason why I asked that question is because Jake asked that particular question, or no, cohort. What's the name? Lex. Lex asked that question to Dr. Lomers.
Oh, I missed that, y'all. So if y'all know it, I don't know it. So y'all will be educating me, because I missed that. I just assumed he asked
that during their first meeting.
I'm sure they did. I missed
when they were sitting down at the little table.
I missed that information.
Yep. I don't think it's Pakistan. They say there will be another lockdown at the election. How does the virus know about elections? Because the virus is smart.
They said was patient zero was from Syria.
There you go.
There it is. That's where he is from. I do remember that now. Okay.
1 was the female doctor boyfriend.
Okay,
Queenie.
so hold on,
all right,
Queenie.
Stop.
We are talking about all the information that is presented in episode
just in episode 1
only, not the whole series.
I can't even get rid of your comment. Doggone it.
So basically, like that's what
we
I was
don't
getting
we
ready
don't
to
want
get
we
to.
don't want to jump to the next episode.
We're only episode one, and that information isn't presented in episode 1. The information that's presented to us in episode 1 is basically that when Dr. Canners comes back towards the end and he's providing all the detail about who the casualties have been thus far, he advises that patient 0 has died.
Just died.
Right, like patient 0 died, and then Dr. Sanders and her boyfriend died after him. That is the information that's presented to us in that series. So
now, if you listen closely, because they keep saying patient 0, patient 0, patient 0, and then Dr. Sanders, Dr. Sanders and the boyfriend die first. If you're watching episode 1 really closely, you'll notice that they die first, and then patient 0 dies. You're like, wait a minute. Yeah. How is that possible? Well, and then you're in the back of your mind like, okay, well, maybe he fought a little bit harder.
Yes. So basically what it is that when Jake and Katie are going down that hallway the first time, they see Dr. Sanders and her boyfriend on the tables. And we know at that point patient 0 is still alive because he is still under observation in one of the isolation rooms. So yes, you see it for yourself that that's the order of the deaths. Right. But the information as it's being presented, I won't call it a lie. The information as it's being presented to the
and we wouldn't know that if we hadn't seen the whole thing already.
Yeah. Keep that in mind that you have that bit of information if you were paying close enough attention versus the people who are not in the hospital. Right. And so if we were not with Katie and Jake in that hallway, we wouldn't have that information. So people like Lex, the chief of police, the firefighters, all these other people, any other doctors, they don't have that information. They have whatever Dr. Canners has said to them, which is basically that patient 0 died first, then Dr. Sanders and her boyfriend passed after that. And now patient 0's attending is in isolation. They had several other people in isolation. And so it's just a matter of us as a viewer having some additional information if we are closely watching.
Yeah, you got to pay some attention.
Because the truth is that when we watched it the first time,
we missed it.
I missed it. Like it wasn't.
No. We caught it. Everything else is just moving so fast you can't process it.
Right, absolutely. But this time when we watched it through, I made Roderick pause it and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What did he just say to them? So you do have to watch very closely and absolutely think critically as you're watching.
Also, another thing I noticed with Major Carnahan, he kept saying we have to trust the doctors. We have to trust the science. You know, and he's a big proponent. And early on, he's like, let's trust the system. And he instills that trust into Xander, okay, first and foremost, because that dude's about to jump an electrical fence.
Yeah.
And he's instilling that into his police as well. Yeah. And everybody around him, you know, and his girlfriend and all that. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. He's telling them to trust the people that are in charge. They know what's going on. They know what's happening, you know, to just trust them and to be very patient. Right. Because it's temporary. Because at this point, it's only 48 hours.
Yeah, this is day one. We know this. Yeah, we're 2 days into this.
It's not 2 days in yet. But they're literally telling them it's only going to be 48-hour lockdown. At this point, it's literally all the information you have.
Now I'm messed up because
it's a 48-hour lockdown.
Because we got 3 dead bodies.
Yeah, they're all on day one.
Within day one. That's incredible.
Yeah, no, they didn't say that you die after 48 hours. Yeah. It was literally like the incubation period is potentially 16 to 48 hours. So if you're talking about 3 people who are all infected right around the same time, they're, you know, sick within 12 hours, dead within.
As a matter of fact, Dr. Lomas tells him that in the meeting, she was like, I've seen Ebola, I've seen this, I've seen that. This makes all those, I can't remember exactly what she said, but look like chickenpox.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's a very virulent and it's fatal.
You're not gonna survive.
It's horrible. I mean, like the disease itself makes you like hemorrhage from all your
Exactly. That's why I mentioned that, Gene. Same as what we were told.
Your organs shut down, all kinds of stuff. But as of right now, everybody's trying to stay very calm, very collected. It's no big deal. Everything's going to be okay, because the powers that be are like, hey, it's only 48 hours.
It's only 48 hours. Lockdown 48 hours.
You can do it. You can make it through 48 hours. It's no big deal. So,
yeah. Where are we? I think we've covered the whole series.
That's the whole episode.
All right, so that's episode 1. So watch episode 2 this week. We'll come back in next Saturday at 5:30. We're gonna do a review of episode 2. Season 1, episode 2. There's only one season to this thing, so unfortunately,
I mean, where else could they go? At the end of the season, if you haven't seen it, when you get to that last episode, you'll definitely be like, there wasn't anywhere else to go. I mean, I guess they could have tapped into our reality. They could have tapped into 2020 and just kept adding to the chaos that's happening in the life and times of people right now.
Can y'all imagine 5-10 years from now the movies that's going to be made about
2020,
about 2020 and the buffoonery that has gone on in 2020 and all of the chaos? Can y'all imagine how many? Y'all remember 2012, how the world was supposed to end? 2012 is now. This is it.
Can't be trusted. About to make money. The suffering is sticking and dying people. Facts. Big pharma and all of them people out, because there's no money in healthy people. I'm just saying. When it started in March, God told me to rewatch The Stand. I keep saying I'm gonna watch that because that's about a pandemic too.
Is it?
It's a Stephen King movie. Remember we were told until Easter. We were. Everybody was like, "Hey, it'll be over
but
in Easter. We'll be good." But now you have people. But you have people asking like, did we celebrate Easter this year?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch videos from like March, April, because I'm pretty sure I was saying, y'all, this is gonna be a long one. I'm pretty sure I was saying that then.
I mean, believe me, when I think when Roderick and I were having conversations about this in March, I was telling him there's no way.
We started talking about this on the channel like in January. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I know you did. But I think when we started having conversations about Jackson, why do you have a dirty muzzle?
You've been rooting. You've been rooting out there in the yard.
Yeah, it's like a little pig. Get off. Get down.
They are worse than y'all. They are so just worse. That's all I can call it.
But yeah, so I told Roger back in March, I was like, there's no way that this is going to be an Easter thing, that there was no way. Like, they were like, oh, it'll be gone in the summertime because the heat. And I was like, but it started in a tropical area. The heat's not going to do anything about it. And then they were like, oh, well, by the end of the summer. And I'm like, no, not by the end of the summer, because then fall comes in. You're going to have COVID and you're going to have flu going together. And so
Truth Warrior, that's who was talking about the necklace the other day.
Yeah, so no, like, this is not something.
And it's not over now, y'all. We're gonna have.
Nervous?
Of course I am. Sitting next to a beautiful woman, talk to beautiful people, and got beautiful animals all around. Yes, I'm very nervous. I'm jittery.
I mean, you just keep shaking the camera. You've been doing it the whole time. I tried to gently say something to you about it.
And strip.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, in the fall and the winter, you're going to have the normal, typical
flu,
seasonal issues that we always have. And then you have COVID still going strong because it's not going anywhere until there's a vaccine. Like, it's not going anywhere at all, ever, until there's a vaccine or until we take some more stringent containment measures where we're actually forcing people to stay at home. So, we're doing a better job about,
we got 700-something people being tested positive every day in Virginia. COVID don't even make the news anymore, y'all.
Yeah, because it's not important. It's not important anymore.
That's insane.
Because everybody knows that there are people that
right
are
here in
infected
Virginia
every day, and there are people that are dying every day. So
it's just
normal. It doesn't even matter. It's like it's part of the norm now, which is completely sad, because you're talking about 200,000 people alone in the United States that have died from this disease. That people continue, that people continue to say it's fake, like it's a hoax. And I'm like, I'm sure a lot of people still say that stuff. They're like, oh, this is fake, this is a hoax. And I'm sure that the people who have gotten sick and survived are, happy that they have made it through. And
numbers are going down. Look there.
The people who have gotten it and gotten sick and actually died, and their families are not saying to themselves that this is fake. But anyways, that's the I get all
Y'all remember when I used to tell y'all the state numbers every day and everything, and we'd be like, "Oh my God, it's here, it's here." I just looked at. I hadn't looked at numbers in months. It's like 20,000 something people are getting infected every day.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I'm telling you, in the United States. Truth Warrior. Yeah, Queenie stopped making necklaces because they were costing her too much.
That was wearing, let me see, wanting to help you out by getting one. All the news is about shootings and more people die from road rage than COVID.
So anyway, yeah.
I don't have no facts on that.
Thank
y'all.
I mean, that might be true. I don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. When I don't have any facts to back up my statements, I don't have any statistics I can show y'all. I try not to do too much commenting.
We're not gonna argue.
Because I'm not gonna
I don't
argue.
want to look stupid.
Exactly, especially if I'm wrong. So only way I do that is if I know I'm right.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We are out of here. Thank you for being here. If you're new, please subscribe.
I'm sorry about your student, D. That is awful.
What happened?
They died. He was 29. Died from COVID.
Wow. Excuse me, you ain't helping me. I was making nothing on necklaces. I'm not short on money.
Okay.
Yeah.
What lessons did we learn? Okay, so what lessons did we learn from the first episode of Containment?
We learned that you cannot jump and get prepped up. You got to be prepped up
beforehand.
We should have learned that, but we all know that here.
Yeah. So we also learned that you have to critically think about the information that you are receiving and try to seek out the information on your own because people lie
all the time.
Let me see. We also learned that if you gonna go,
you better leave now.
You better leave, like,
because the window is
tiny.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, when I first started, when Corona hit my radar back in, let's say, January, February, we started talking about bugging out then, and I talked to my neighbors back then, February. I was like, hey, this Corona thing, I think we was calling it.
We were calling it Corona.
Okay, so I was like, hey, this Corona thing is gonna get bad. When you start hearing about it, don't come over here and ask for anything. I had that conversation with my neighbors. I was like, don't ask for anything because this is not Lowe's and this is not Walmart anymore. That's it. And I meant that. And we haven't got any knocks. In other words, go ahead and get your own SHIT.
Right.
Sugar honey iced tea.
Absolutely.
Okay. What else did we learn from episode 1? I don't think we really learned anything as far as prepping, because I mean we've already seen it, and we are already. I mean, I'm looking at a room full of preps that we probably got a year's worth of food right there, just looking at it.
Yeah, I wish they'd stop talking about it here. I have a true story for you. My roomie told me this morning that his cousin died from COVID. She wasn't even symptomatic. How did she die from it when she wasn't even sick yet? I can't answer those questions for you. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a medical degree. I can't tell you. I know that they say all the time that there are people who have COVID that are asymptomatic. And that's why a lot of people can be contagious and be sick and not know it because they don't have any of the telltale signs of the virus. So it's very possible that she did indeed have the virus and was asymptomatic, which means she was not presenting any symptoms, but that didn't mean she wasn't sick. That didn't mean she was not contagious. And that is likely why she succumbed to the virus, because she never had a reason or indicator to seek out treatment.
Right. And that's sad. Yeah. So okay, so we learned to stay prepped up. All right.
Leave early.
Leave early. If you're gonna bug out
early.
So as soon as you hear something's going down,
go with that gut reaction.
That's really. I mean, I heard something this week, and I've been hearing it. You know how you hear something that rings loud in your head? Let your conscience be your guide. That's where our answer. That's where that phrase came from. Our ancestors.
Came from Jiminy Cricket.
And let your conscience be your guide, guys.
And always let your conscience be
your
guide.
True that, Jennifer. What explains? Asymptomatic could be contagious.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Queenie. I try to be clear and concise in my words.
All right, folks. I think that was a good review for episode 1.
Absolutely.
So this week the homework is review season 1, episode 2, And if you missed episode 1, go back and watch episode 1. And the way we do these reviews, when we do it, for those that are new to the review thing, we only review that week. So if we're gonna do episode 1, we're only gonna review that. If it's episode 2, then we'll kind of bring some stuff that happened in episode 1 up to the forefront episode 2 if it's relevant.
If it's pertinent, absolutely. Yeah. Only if it's pertinent.
Yeah, we're not gonna do a whole episode 1 review next week. It's gonna be only episode 2. All right. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. If you want to bless us, don't do super chats and don't do super stickers. If you want to bless the channel, you want to send something to Roderick and Jennifer, send it to the Cash App, and there it is on the screen. We're not begging, okay? And this is for only people who want to bless. We're not begging, not at all.
No, we've been very lucky throughout this entire ordeal that neither one of us has been impacted on our jobs. Neither one of us has been impacted by our work schedules or anything. I've been able to work from home. Roderick has been deemed an essential worker at his job. The church has continued to pay our salaries as we work.
I'll be glad when you leave.
As we work a modified schedule for them. So we have been very blessed throughout this entire time that nothing has actually changed much in our house, minus the fact that I now work full-time from home.
All right, so I'm gonna answer Truth Warrior's question. Truth Warrior, I went into the back office in YouTube to try to remove super chat and try to remove super stickers, and I was unsuccessful. All right, so I know you made that suggestion the other day. I took your advice and I tried and I was unsuccessful. Okay, so that's why I do what I do. If we only do episode 2, is it going to take months to go through the season?
No, ma'am. I think there's only 7 or 8. I think there's literally only 7 or 8 episodes to the Containment series. I think they initially did it as a pilot season, and they had an intention to do more with it, but I think they originally they got down to it, and it's really not that many. I don't think. What happened?
I was asking about butchered.
Oh, there's 13 of them.
Okay, so it's gonna take us literally 13 weeks, and this is how we do it.
And don't worry, it won't impact your typical lives with Roderick, because he'll still be live with you every day to talk about
this is just a bonus.
This is just kind of a bonus on Saturdays.
And this is something we used to do all the time, except we would do the reviews on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And I know she's probably going crazy because I know she's spending time with her husband, and she's not able to come in and chat with us because we normally would do the reviews on Saturday morning. But because scheduling, and we might, depending on how schedule is next Saturday, we might do it next Saturday morning and going to get it over with. Maybe. So we always do the reviews on Saturday though. Okay.
Get up here and you look terrible.
If it is, I'll watch it then. Otherwise, I'll just listen. It's all good. What you mean if it is? I don't understand.
If it's only that short, like instead of it being like 20,000 episodes.
Oh yes, 13, and it's only they're only like 40-minute episodes. Matter of fact, I've watched this one 3 times. In the last 2 days.
You could probably binge watch the series.
Oh, you can watch the series in 2 days. Definitely, we did it in 2 nights.
No, we didn't.
3 nights.
I think we did it in 3 or 4 nights. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean it flows so well that it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to get to the next one. It's kind of one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we used to do things like this, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have game nights. We used to have reviews. We're gonna get back there, y'all. COVID has kind of knocked everybody off their schedule, especially me. And I'm taking more jobs now, so we can stay ahead. Okay.
No, if it's an Amazon Prime. Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think
it's only on Netflix, but we'll find out. Like, I'll check it out for you, and I will let you know. I don't have my phone.
Well, if she got Amazon Prime, I'm sure she can check it out herself.
Absolutely.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, any more questions? Yeah, Gene, it was Queen's idea to do Containment. Yeah, normally I come up with the series that we're gonna do, and after this, I think I've been wanting to do 1984, the book. I've been wanting to do that.
Read 1984.
I'm gonna do the audio. Yeah, I'm not gonna read 1984, but
It's better if you read it.
Anyways,
the books are always better.
Either 1984 or 1 second after, because I don't know if I can do 1 second after again. Because if I get once I get to Jennifer and the Family Dog, it's just gonna be over. I cried so hard the first time. I'm getting sad thinking about it.
Okay, let's not cry. Okay. All right. See you later, Auburn.
All right, we're out of here.
With us. We're getting out of here too.
Yep. Love and peace to you, Tahanga.
She said war and peace.
Oh, war and peace. Tahanga said he.
Oh, he. I keep saying that. He.
No, review the Stand. All right, we'll take that in consideration. I've never seen it. Is it a movie or is it a show?
Movie. It's a movie.
Maybe we'll watch it tonight. After I order this pizza, I'm hungry.
Wait a minute, what?
I'm breaking. I'm eating.
Okay, then we can go to the store and get some salad. Okay. But you're not eating pizza.
Peace and love. Peace, love, and hair grease, folks. Peace, love, and soul.
I was about to say love, peace, and soul.
I know it is crazy how similar today events in it.
Absolutely. And it keeps getting more creepy as it goes along.
Yeah, as it goes on, it only gets more realistic.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all be good. Peace. Send y'all some love.